Do not attempt the techniques you are about to see without consulting a professional.
Okay.
On this special episode of Dog Whisperer.
When Holly is eating, she turns into an animal that doesn't even resemble a lab to me. She has bitten my husband, and she has gotten me a few times as well.
Our biggest concern with the baby is just having food in his hand. We don't know how Holly's gonna respond to that.
I never thought I'd be living down here in the river bottom, pregnant and homeless. There's many drug addicts down here who can rob us. The dogs are an early warning system if someone's coming. If I'm in a shelter with other women and children, he can't be protective and on alert how he is down here.
When good dogs go bad, there's one man who's their best friend, Season9.
No dog is too much for me to handle. I rehabilitate dogs. I train people. I am the Dog Whisperer.
Kelly and Hiram Lai always knew their picture-perfect life together would include a dog.
When Hiram and I met, there was never any question as to whether or not we wanted a dog. We both knew that we did. We were in the parking lot of a sporting goods store, and there were these adorable lab puppies there. I chose Holly, and here we go.
It was bad timing, I think, because she was pregnant. And what it turned out to be was taking care of a baby, Griffin, and a baby, Holly.
Holly was a wonderful puppy. We had a wonderful time with her.
Kelly and I, we do live a pretty active lifestyle. We just had to work our schedule a little bit so that we had more time in the day, getting up a little bit earlier, making sure Holly had the exercise. So we were committed to her, for sure.
But even with Hiram and Kelly's commitment and love, Holly took an unexpected turn when she was just 5 months old.
Just like that, she just started growling at me and just hovering over her bowl. I went in to tell Holly easy, and that's when she turned and tried to bite me. And that was the first time that it manifested, her food aggression.
Okay. Good girl.
When Holly is eating, if anybody comes near her, she will turn into an animal that doesn't even resemble a lab to me.
The hair on her back is completely straight. Her tail is straight up in the air, and her teeth, she just is growling, and it's menacing.
She has bitten my husband, and she has gotten me a few times as well.
Killer Labrador right here. Holly is more aggressive with me because we have gone a couple rounds. Yeah, at this point, after we're done, we can't touch her because she's gonna bite us. Back, back, back. Holly, back. Good girl. We've been through 3 trainers. Trainer number 2 came up with the idea for us to put the food on the ground. Didn't work. Same thing. Okay. In fact, what we do now is we feed her and we just leave her. We just leave her to the food, and when she's cooled off after a few minutes, we can go back outside and everything's back to normal. You throw the ball for Holly?
You throw it? Let's stay back. She's great with the baby, even though she's very hyper and excited around other people, but with the baby, she's always so sweet. Yay!
Our biggest concern with Griffin being 18 months old is just having food in his hand. We don't know how Holly's gonna respond to that.
The stress of having Holly with this problem can't even be measured. We can't even imagine that a dog so lovable turns into almost a wolf-like creature.
Holly didn't have a say to come to our house. We gotta do everything we can, and we're down to the last wire now if we can help Holly. And that's what we hope Cesar can do, is help Holly.
How can I help you?
We have,
That's
we have a terrible food aggressive Labrador.
Oh wow.
Basically, anytime the food is in our hands,
Yeah.
in a cup, she's okay. We can command her, we can tell her, get back, sit down. But once we put it on the ground, she goes over the food, she gets pretty angry. Wait. Okay. I've gotten bit before by being near her, she's great in all other aspects. It's really just the food. We have an 18-month-old son, and that makes us pretty nervous just because we don't know how she's going to react. So we just try to keep them totally separate.
Right.
Kelly's been bitten recently too. When it first started, her tail was between her legs.
Yes.
Now
but
it's
now
like straight
she's
up.
up.
Yeah,
but now she's
that's right.
straight up like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it did begin telling you, I am unsure about how to be, right? How to go from primal behavior to domestic behavior. I really don't know how to do it. Aggression is not the problem, it's the outcome of a problem. Aggression is a symptom.
Right.
That's not normal for her, you know, to distrust their humans when she's eating.
Yeah.
There you go. This is Argo's first assistance. All right, so let's do the introduction.
Argos and Junior help Caesar evaluate Holly's reaction to other dogs.
And look at Junior, he's charging him already. So I'm definitely going to take advantage of that. Exactly what they said about their dog. He's not very sure. He's actually submissive. I want to see the reaction, how he reacts to them here. Very jumpy. See, this is the way it's supposed to behave. No, I'm just getting a feedback from him. What is his reaction for it? So now it begins the ritual of claiming. The Greyhound can't touch it, the Pit Bull can't touch it, the Labrador can't touch it. This is a fine line right here of submission or bite. See it? Just a matter of waiting. This is it. I can feel it. You probably can see it. I can feel it. There you go, finally. So I got the imprint. I got the imprint that I wanna achieve. It was really fast. But now I have to play the game a little bit more realistic. The pack is not going to be here. Now let's do it without the dogs. See that eye contact? That is bad. That's submission. I'm gonna let her lick me because he's showing submission. So I'm gonna move now and then I'm gonna take him away from the food. Look, now he doesn't wanna touch the food because the food belongs to me.
They give him a release for the food. They say okay. Man.
But that's wrong.
The cameraman suggests Caesar give a release word for Holly to approach.
Okay, get the food. Go become aggressive, Bindo. Okay, come on. Okay. And then you confuse him. Look, he's confused right there. There you go. This saying okay is really, it broke my heart to say okay, because he's a robot right now. When a dog sits down and waits for the sound, that's not natural. Now we are asking him just to go to a natural state so I can give you food. I'm gonna reward your natural state. Forget about your trained state. See, this time was no need for the touch. This time was just the approach.
When I was watching, through the glass, I couldn't believe it. I saw, he was working with Holly and she was great. I mean, very little aggression, and I thought, holy cow.
We're gonna bring Hiram. I want him to be the first one. I wanna see him in action, obviously. I wanna see the reaction.
And then when I went outside and when she saw me, it all kind of changed.
So here, this silence, it has two states, and that's where he becomes dangerous, right? So he's not calm,
Yeah.
right? You can see that that's calm now.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at it. Look, see that? That's a bad eye contact. So I can switch from 1 second to another second. So let me have it. So here. Come on. He's addressing it to you because he knows I'm claiming him right here.
Right.
Yeah, so that eye contact is bad. That's where you get hurt.
And I can see her ears dropping too. That's
Yeah.
usually right before she
That's right.
does something.
Yeah. He knows that the only energy that is not assertive is yours. Because he sees that my energy, even though it's closer to the food, which I'm a better target to him.
Remember to walk your dog, but not yet. There are more great dog whisper stories coming up on Nat Geo Wild.
A food-aggressive Labrador named Holly turns feeding time into an exercise in terror for Hiram and Kelly Lai and their toddler, Griffin.
So what I did here right now is claim the food and claim you.
I gotta claim myself somehow.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because otherwise you can't claim your son.
Right.
So if you touch your son with the energy that he's seeing you right now, your son becomes a target.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's ready. He's ready to come after you.
But as I watch her tail, does that have any sense of relaxation? Is she just...
No.
No, not at all. Okay.
No.
Okay. Got it.
So even if my tail is low, look how I'm looking at
Posture.
you. Yeah. So let's watch this. So grab. See, that's unsure, that's not submission. Okay, good girl. You have to give him a moment because the brain got stuck this way.
Yeah.
So just stay there.
She didn't do that to you earlier?
No, not like that.
Right.
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, this is the first time I seen this
seen it,
behavior. Yeah. So you see, just a relaxation. It's an understand. I didn't see that coming. All right, so you have to go to the center. I didn't see that coming. It's pretty bad. Not yet. I just want water from you.
Still not submitted.
No, not submitting yet. But now I can see the aggression that he was showing to him. It's pretty bad. That aggression cannot be allowed around babies.
else is gonna hurt but hear peroxide.
Yeah. I was like about to faint right in front of her face. It's better. Open mouth. I gotta go get some ice.
Ice, Christina, ice.
Caesar, I'm sorry.
No worries, man. No, that's my job. Here, just put it. Don't worry about it.
Is he okay? Oh,
he
my
is
gosh, that
fine.
was really
He
bad.
is fine. She needs major rehabilitation.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's why we're here.
You know, the worst part about it being bitten is the energy that the dog gives you when he bites. So it wasn't so much, so now I feel better, but it wasn't so much, this is the canines, right? But it's when they biting, they're also giving you their negative energy, and that's what really threw me off.
What if that could have been Griffin? Or what if that could have been the neighbor?
I have to go to the urgent care just to put some stitches there.
Right then, we knew that something needs to be done.
In the weeks following Caesar's visit, Holly's aggression worsens.
This is Holly inside her crate. I just put her in and was gonna let her out, and she started to growl at me again.
1 month later, the day finally arrives when Caesar is available to start Holly's rehab.
Today, finally, for the first time, I feel like this heavy weight is off my shoulders. This heavy weight of fear that what if she hurts somebody else?
The last time I saw Holly, she bit me. But I do remember the last thing she did was, and that was perfectly enough for me. I'm excited because I know I'm gonna help. We got Lua. Lua is a little insecure. That's Junior, happy-go-lucky. To help a dog with a pack of dogs, you need a little bit of everything. Right, just let her go. There you go. Come over here, guys. Just straight towards the dogs. Don't hesitate, just move in. I told you, see that? But Junior is telling her is not nervous. Don't come in nervous. Normally, Junior helps me with his body language, evaluating another dog, but this is the first time that I can tell you that he's helping me with his mouth. They're gonna let her know right away what's allowed, what's not allowed. So a lot more insecurity, and that's the build-up. So I am going to work on helping her insecurity. That is the source of the problem. All right.
Well, perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're
Really
excited.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Excited too. Thank you again.
Thank you. Say hi to the baby.
Oh,
Well.
we will. Okay, Holly. No.
You're staying here, girl.
Don't worry. Just once you go to the door, just close the door, and that's how you tell them you stay here.
Thanks.
It's normal for a dog to want to go. You know, this is an unfamiliar place. The first time she's been here. All right. Very nice. That's it. They just leave. That's all I needed for them. That's how they let her know.
See you later,
that
Holly.
she stays in. No! He said goodbye. Goodbye, Holly, creates excitement. Right? So when you create excitement, you make the brain do this. But when you leave calmly, you make the brain stay behind the gate calmly.
While working with a food-aggressive Labrador named Holly, Caesar discovers the extent of her problems firsthand. Now Caesar begins Holly's rehab at the Dog Psychology Center.
We want Holly to feel comfortable, but know that we have a plan. That's all I need. So right now I use Junior to move her out of the plate. That's all I did. So what I know is not to touch her when she stands. So for me to evaluate what Holly was, I brought my 3 strategies, which one is Lola. This is Miss Lola. She's been here because she was very, very aggressive, and now she's going to help me with Holly. Look how much distance she's giving because Lola is here. good. I like the eye contact, not as bad as it normally is. It's good, good right there. She's very respectful of Lola, so that's a good feedback. Lola can come and take the food anytime she wants. She won't bite Lola, but she will definitely bite a human. Then the plate and the hand. Look at that. That's avoidance and submission. Pass me the hand. She threw a punch. So what the plate and the floor does, it puts the food right between their legs. So that in their language is, I'm owning, I'm claiming, belongs to me. Oh wow, he bit the hand. Look, even the fake hand bleeds with Holly. And I brought a ladder, just a simple ladder that allows the dog not to be so over the plate. Okay. See how the body is more pushed back? She's still unsure. All right, so it's normal for the, there you go. That was just in the air, not really completely, so that was really good. But the reason why it's easier this way is because her mind is not on the top of the plate. So that gives me leverage. Oh, that's very nice. That she did it on her own. I'm gonna end the exercise that way because that's something that she has never done in the past. She will make sure she finished the whole entire food. Good progress.
Over the next several weeks, Holly will receive rehab from the entire Milan pack at Cesar's home.
All right, where's your girl? How you feel?
I'm assertive.
Okay.
Sit.
Wow, this is the first time he's actually wagging the tail, eh?
Yeah.
Nice, good girl. Look at that. Oh, she never wags the tail.
Despite signs of improvement, Cesar makes a difficult decision regarding Holly's future.
Definitely not feeling comfortable sending Holly home, especially having an 18-month-old baby. Holly has made big improvements, but not the right dog for a kid who's learning, how to trust dogs. There's still some tension if you don't understand how to control that or how to control yourself in front of that energy. It's a ticking bomb. All the way, all the way. There you go. So today, Hiram and Kelly are coming to say goodbye to Holly. Besides here, she lives at home with us.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so she has both worlds. I want to show you that before you say goodbye, so you see where she is now. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. After that, so what I do is to relay for her happiness right away.
Yeah.
So we let her eat portions at a time and then send her into an excited state.
Okay.
Now watch how this hand, I'll create it. See it? The hand created a, so if your baby hold on this hand, she will just move away. The hand has so much power, but at the same time, it has a fine line where she doesn't want to come near.
Okay.
Come on, okay.
Oh my God.
And then, good girl. No, good girl. Yeah. All right, see the tail wagging, which is very normal when a dog gets excited about food. She doesn't get excited, she gets tense.
Yeah.
And she's not completely done.
No, yeah.
But doing this activity, she will definitely get there.
Right.
Now that's my hand inside.
Yeah.
So that's why if you hold on to the fear or to the insecurity, they sense it. So they can never move on.
Right.
So that's how we end the exercise. The last one that was there on the play was the human.
That's amazing.
And she's really calm too right now.
Yeah. So hopefully when you guys are done and finish and go to the whole grieving, this is not a death, but it's the end of a cycle.
Sure.
We can actually help you and find the right energy dog for you.
Right.
Correct. Well, we just really appreciate you,
for
Cesar.
sure.
Thank you so much. And she
It's been
couldn't
great.
be in a better place.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Thank
For
you.
the challenge.
Oh, yes, you.
And thanks for believing in me. What happens a lot of times is people feel guilty. People feel that they fail. In my opinion, they didn't fail, and I understand the guilt, but it will pass. I'm just hoping that it pass quick so they can adopt another dog, and that's how they can save a life. That's how you honor the end cycle of one relationship.
Monkey. See ya.
And that's it. And that's a wrap.
I am Cesar Milan, and you are watching Dog Whisper on Nat Geo Wild.
We are in the city of Ventura, right at the edge of the city at what's called the Ventura River Bottom.
There are more than 1,800 homeless people in Ventura County. Many of them live at the river bottom. 21-year-old Lainey Pictou has been on a downward spiral ever since her family picked up and moved away.
About 5 months ago, my life really took a turn for the worse. Me and my boyfriend found out that I was pregnant. My boyfriend got stressed out and turned to drugs, and it kind of left me feeling a little bit hopeless. Here I am with a dog, and I'm homeless, and I'm pregnant.
Sit. Sit.
Living at the river bottom is hell. It rains, we don't have a bathroom, we have to go up top to get water. We don't even have a faucet or anything down here. Well, there's many drug addicts down here who are thieving and conniving and who can rob us. I've had a knife pulled on me before.
The month before the Dog Whisperer crew arrived, a young homeless mother who had lived at the river bottom was murdered.
There's a lot of other homeless women that I'm friends with as well that have dogs for their protection down here as well, because the dogs are an early warning system if someone's coming.
Dogs are on alert all the time to protect their owner. Some of the people even use their dog for warmth. At night, it's freezing cold, they're in their tent, they'll cuddle up to their dog for body heat just to try to stay warm.
I've had Tucker since he was a month and a half old. Tucker loved people. When he was a puppy, I'd take him into the stores. I took him everywhere with me. He thought everyone wanted to say hi to him. He just turned into this vicious dog that I didn't even know.
Tucker's aggression has gotten so bad that Lainey has thought about giving him up.
It was definitely a struggle with me. I really looked into getting rid of him. I took him to adoption showings. That was it. I was like, I can't get rid of him. It was so heart-wrenching.
But even in this hopeless situation, Lainey, Tucker, and dozens of other river bottom occupants are not completely forgotten.
We started a ministry called Operation Embrace, which is a daytime walk-in center, which we allow the homeless to come and rest. We give them the ability to have a shower, have their laundry done, a couple of meals.
Them being able to hang out and not being judged and stared at. And we just started loving on them and feeding them. And that was it. It started out just bringing 10, 15 people at a time. Now we have hundreds and hundreds of people a week coming here.
The church recently secured a vacant building with plans to transform it into an emergency women's shelter that would accept dogs. Lainey and Tucker could be admitted, but Tucker's behavior might pose a threat to the other residents.
Tucker is a great dog, but see, when you live down there and you're around the stress of people fighting, people on drugs, people acting bizarre, these dogs are on alert all the time to protect their owner.
When I found out that I could go into a program with Tucker and have a house over both of our heads, I was very excited. I was very grateful, but then I was also fearful because of how Tucker is towards other people. If I'm in a shelter with other women and children, he can't be charging people and he can't be barking and just being protective and on alert how he is down here.
Obviously, if somebody gets bit by a dog, we could be sued. So it's a concern, you know, but that's why we reached out to you guys for help.
Cesar usually doesn't want to know anything about the canine issues that await him, but due to Lainey's unique situation, the producers revealed to Cesar that he and the Dog Whisperer crew will be helping move a homeless woman and her dog to a safer location.
Getting her out of there is just such a huge answer of prayer.
People don't realize that I was a homeless. You know, I live in the streets of San Diego for 2 months, so I was a homeless. But so this gives me a lot of appreciation. Tucker was pretty much teaching us how a dog on a farm has conversation with you way before you arrive. Very nice. Good stance, right? He's still maintaining the bark of alert. This is not aggressive bark. This is just a bark of alert. Very nice. Look at how the bark is going down. And your job as a visitor is to wait for that bark, especially if the owners of the house have not answered you. There you see, now he starts using his nose. Look at ears back. Ears are back. The tail is going down. So moving sideways actually allows you to tell the dog that you mean no harm. So I'm gonna move and I'm gonna sit right there, okay? But to have a better movement, I'm gonna remove this big jacket. Go down, there you go, right there. He gave me a really strong sniff. He did that with his nose. He's still not sure about me, that's what he's saying. Very nice. What he just told you is he doesn't know you. You know, the camera did the forward move. He still says, you know, that's not an approach to our home. That's right. This is really nice. Normally I don't allow, but this is a dog, like a feral dog. Look at those eyes. That's a soulful eye contact. That's right. That's a soulful eye contact, don't you? Look at that. Look how he's looking at you. Like, that's right. That's right. Yeah, he knows I know. But it's obvious that we don't have an aggressive dog. This is dominance. There you are.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm so glad to meet you.
Really? I was telling them that I used to live, when I came to America, I used to live under the bridges.
Really?
So, yeah, so I was a homeless at once. So, do you think you have a problem with him? I mean,
I can't believe you just like totally like walked up to him and I heard him get quiet and I was like,
yeah.
That's weird.
He's telling us from far away, this is our home. I just want you to know. So he's being respectful with communication. It's just a human that doesn't understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
You don't have an aggressive dog. You have a normal dog.
The issue that I have is when we're in public and out of here, he's still on alert.
Yeah, I help you with that. So this way you have both worlds.
Yeah.
You just want to be able to tell them when to use it and when not to use it. What I love the most about the story is, look what the dog is living, and he doesn't look unhappy one bit.
Yeah.
Now it's time to help Lainey and Tucker move from a place they call home.
So do you have a name for the baby yet?
If it's a boy, it's gonna be named after the father.
Oh, what's his name?
John.
What happened to John?
He is in rehab.
Oh, okay, good for him.
He graduated and will be going to a sober living.
All right, Johnny.
I'm very excited to know that I'm not going to be staying here tonight.
Oh, you got a stove in
Yeah. As the winter months are coming, it's only going to get colder down here and it's only going to get rainier. And it's been freezing.
Cesar knows there will be zero tolerance for any of Tucker's misbehaviors at the women's shelter. He needs to devise the perfect plan.
We got to do the transition extremely respectful. We got to bring Lenny and Tucker from that environment. We have to create the right imprint. Trust, respect, follow me. We're going to take you to a nicer place. Tucker, as far as Tucker is concerned, that's home.
Cesar helps a homeless woman named Lainey Pictou as she moves into a women's shelter with her dog Tucker. But there will be a zero-tolerance policy for Tucker's overprotective aggression.
Every time somebody has the opportunity to move from one place to another place, gives you the opportunity to reestablish position. So we know Lainey doesn't play the leadership role. So in order for her to have a successful stay here and actually to be a role model to the next people that are coming here, which they're going to allow you to come here and stay with your dog, which is unheard of. You know, it's an amazing thing that these people are doing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask Rojo to keep Tucker outside. She's never seen it before, so I want her to experience it. If she needs to cry, she cries. She needs to laugh, she laughs. Because Tucker would not see it that way. Tucker would see it as like, where are we? And what do you want me to do?
How are you? Good to see you.
Very kind.
Awesome.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. It smells like
awesome.
Christmas.
Yeah, it does. Wow. Wow. A kitchen.
Yeah. All right, let's
Running water. I love the wood floor. Like,
That is amazing.
wow. Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. A bed. A bathroom.
That's right.
Is it really happening? Like, is it really like, am I gonna wake up here tomorrow morning and not in the river bottom?
Well, let's bring Tucker. Tucker is not like super dominant, but in the hands of Lainey, he can be very dominant because I saw how she was holding the leash and how much tension she was putting on the leash. And it's a ritual because he's gonna smell, right? So all the scent in here is like, okay, so how do we take that scent? Look at the tail, tail is low. So if you ever seen the tail high, you stay right here until the tail goes low.
Really?
Yes, yes. Tail high is alert.
Okay.
Tail high is dominance. And then eventually, you don't have to wait here this much. He just knows that to enter here is always surrendering. Anything has levels, low, medium, high. So if a dog goes beyond medium, that dog is not going to be able to be rehabilitated by that particular human. It's good. Getting to know Lainey and see where she is mentally and the adjustment that she's going to do living-wise, I think it's best if we help her to take medium-level energy to 0, meaning no dominance. What I want to offer, and also for him, is for us to take him in so we can accelerate the process of him being in the city more often.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So he can stay with us while you're getting situated here, and at the same time, he gets a crash course of being in different situations. So that way, when he comes back, it's going to be much easier for you because this is what he's been doing every single day.
When Cesar told me that he wanted to take Tucker, I felt so relieved to know that Tucker's in a safe place with someone who will take care of him. And
yeah.
I can relax and I can focus on me and I can think about me and just really kind of sink in that I'm gonna be a mom.
Merry Christmas, Tucker.
Since Tucker is nearly all Lainey has in the world, Cesar pulls out all the stops in the dog's rehab.
Last night was the first time I knew how bad his whining behavior is, which is the anxiety or the separation anxiety that he has. And I decided to use the e-collar for that because it was absolutely bad. He had to learn just to be really relaxed and not to worry about anything else. This gets really bad. This is just mild.
When Cesar needs to travel out of town for a week, he asks trusted dog trainer Colleen Steckloff to continue working with Tucker.
So I'm gonna go away for like a week, so I need your help. And I want him to experience different people. So I know it's in good hands, and thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
There you go. Now you're going with Colleen.
The first week I had Tucker, I really worked on his just following, not darting out the doors, not trying to be, first one heading out in and out of places. Getting him a foundation to walk nicely on a leash, which he really did well. He was not terrible on the leash. Introducing him to dogs, to the car. And the big thing we did was waiting outside stores and outside, coffee restaurants, and just being able to wait while I walked away for 5-10 minutes. And I know that Cesar donated a treadmill to the shelter, so I trained him how to walk and jog a little bit on the treadmill, and he's really good on it, and he enjoys it.
After 2 weeks with Colleen, Tucker is reunited with Cesar and Junior for a new adventure.
I took Tucker to Big Bear. It was New Year's. I got to know him more. He's an amazing dog. He's great. He's the total dog.
John came down from Santa Barbara and we went to my appointment at 12:30 and we got to find out that we're having a baby boy. We're really excited. Can't wait to have Tucker back. So excited to see how much Cesar has changed Tucker and all that, so I'm excited.
Wow. 21-year-old expectant mother Lainey Pictou has just moved into a women's shelter. Also arriving is her canine companion, Tucker.
Big day. Tucker and Lenny are getting back together, and also I heard that she's getting married. Lenny is right there, and he's maintaining his composure, so that's awesome. Big day. Come on.
Life without Tucker has been trying, you know, it's my dog. I've had him like every day for forever. It's been like the only thing I've had, and I just miss him. I miss him so much. Like, I can't wait to have him back. Hi, Cesar.
That's awesome.
That's so
awesome. You look great.
Thank you.
Look at you.
How have you been?
Great. Hey, have you met Colleen before?
No, I haven't. I'm Lainey.
Colleen has been also like a stepmom. I heard the good news.
There's a few good news things.
Okay,
having a boy.
Okay. Oh,
It's a
yeah.
boy. So, and then got proposed to on Christmas.
Very
and
smart.
then we're actually going tomorrow to the courthouse to get married.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I love all of that, obviously, and but I like the way that you follow the rules: no touch, no talk, no eye contact.
Yeah.
Because that's
It was
pretty
really
much what
hard.
we're doing. It's hard, but it's the best thing.
Yeah.
Because the big picture is, then this shelter is going to be more women with babies and dogs. My goal is to create a scenario so they can see how it's going to look like. So we're going to create a scenario that is similar to what it's going to look like in the future. The only difference is these people know dogs. That is the idea, to bring knowledge with love to this shelter. Yeah. So that's the same thing that he needs to practice in every single door you go. Junior, come on. Then you can bring it in. This is how it's gonna look like when kids start living here.
Yeah.
Right side? A little bit more stuff. Let me go. There you go. So, there we go. So see, her as the mom can tell him how far can he go.
Okay.
His intention is just to smell, but at the same time, he can smell from far away. You can stop him. There you go. There you go. So it's equally with everybody, not just with Tucker.
When Cesar put me in the real life situations with the children in the house and other dogs around and the baby, it was able to put it in perspective for me.
Babies, toddlers are gonna throw food in the ground, right? And that could be a situation where they will challenge each other. So don't wait until the toddlers throw the food in the ground. You purpose throw the food in the ground. Right? So that way you learn to condition them, and they see that things falling doesn't mean they go get it.
Yeah, just because it's on the ground doesn't mean it's theirs.
So this is more being proactive. We show different exercise. Colleen showed the treadmill to Lainey, and that's going to be a huge help for anybody who's pregnant.
We didn't think we were going to be able to take dogs in, so this is a bigger miracle because we know how important their dogs are, and we don't want to separate family members, and that's what they are. They're family.
You remember each other?
Oh, yes, they do.
Yeah.
And we're just so thankful, so God bless you guys.
We remember each other.
It's really admirable to rather live in the streets than giving up the relationship with your dog. That's beautiful.
People always say, oh, well, it's just a dog. It's just a dog. No, it's not just a dog. It's, after losing everything, after losing the place where I was living and not having any family there for me, that was the only thing that stuck by me was my dog. And Tucker loved me unconditionally.
This is not about rehabilitation. This is about us showing the human can teach you no matter where they are in their lives. If we call them homeless, they can be teachers. I really admire you for not giving up on him. A lot of people give up on the relationship with their dogs, and you didn't. So that to me struck my heart, and I really thank you for giving me the opportunity to experience that. Congratulations, and Cesar, I know you're getting married soon.
Keep giving you guys updates about him.
Yeah. Special guy. One of those special guys. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye, Tucker.
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride.
Whether a dog is raised in a wealthy or humble environment, there is no substitute for the dedication of a responsible and loving pack leader. Holly and Tucker came from completely different backgrounds, but they're both on their way to living rich and fulfilling lives.
Hey, Cesar. It's been about 6 months since you guys came and filmed me in the river bottom. I'm here now in a great community center with my husband, John, and our little boy, John, and Tucker, of course. Tucker's now a peaceful, calm, well-behaved dog. He's great with the baby. He's great walking on leash. He's great walking off leash. Cesar, thank you so much I have a beautiful, happy family with a well-behaved dog now. Thank you.
As you can see, Holly is doing really great. And we are so happy to have her as a member of our pack.